One roll hard, one cash prize, 2 cents. Go. All right, here we go. Whack 100. Welcome back to Vlad TV.
Man, I ain't been here in a minute. I stepped through the door. I thought you lined me up. I said, man, I didn't. Your new engineer guy looked like a federal agent. I
Looks like the Fed.
was like, whoa, what's going on, man? Pretty big dude. He got the little look, the little light scruffy look, but still clean cut.
Our cover's blown, everyone. All right, let's go to the rest. I'm sorry. Blow our cover. All right. I'm sorry, Wack. This is a setup. It's a federal state. They got those bodies on you. Keep cooperating. You're going to prison. Sorry about that.
Damn, Keefe D.
Well, that's actually going to be my first topic, Keefe D. Today's August 3rd. In 1 week, he goes to trial, and he actually turned down a 10 or 25-year plea deal.
He talk, but you know what? He's 60.
Yeah.
And then 10 to 25 in Nevada says you have to do the 10 to be eligible. So he probably in his head. How long he been gone? Like 2 years?
Few years, yeah, maybe 3 years now. He's 63 years old right now.
He's been gone 3 years in because he left at 60.
There you go.
So he like 7 more. I'll be 70. He going for what he know. I guess he in his head, if they find me guilty, I got access to an appeal. Which I
And the first in-person meeting happened when she was 13 and he was 18. So 2 years later, after being on social media, when they first met in person, 2 years later, he's now an adult and she's still barely a teenager. So at that point, it was already illegal. And apparently, they were having sex a lot. She'd gotten pregnant. She got the abortion, whatever.
I said they got videos of it.
Yeah, they're hanging out together on stream and whatever else. There's, I think, that's like tattoos.
Videos.
Oh, I didn't know about that. But here's the thing. Right before she got killed, she threatened him. She threatened to ruin his career and to kill him and whatever else.
His relationship with her best friend.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, she got jealous of her best friend.
Damn.
She came out here to get Coachella tickets and this and that and that and that and these.
Well, she threatened him. He said, "Come over," and he never heard from him again.
And the reason why that's it. That's the motive. The DA gonna say your motive for unaliving this girl, is the threat that she issued to you, and they probably have all the text messages.
They do. It's all there. Yeah, fuck David. Whatever happens to him,
I don't give a
whatever happens to him, I don't care.
To death row, they need to put him on the level 4 180 yard. Cause see them SNY 50-50 yards is just as dangerous as a GP yard because there's no rules. Throw him out there. This little girl is El Salvadorian. You a black dude. She was a minor. Throw his ass on out there because the inmates on both sides, the staff, nobody's gonna care.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna care.
No one's gonna care. He's all alone in there.
Because every mother that's a CO and every father that's a correctional officer or has a niece or whatever it is gonna say that could have been. And then, okay, the sexual part is one thing, but bro, can you imagine what she went through leading up to what he did? Like, we don't know if she was still alive when he was butchering her. We don't know.
She probably was.
We don't know why he's cutting off the
How did he actually kill her to begin with? We don't know.
We don't. You know what I'm saying?
Probably never.
We'll never know. We don't know what type of horror he might have put that little girl through. You know what I'm saying? So, and he sits there very nonchalant, like he got this look in his eyes to where he's just, Trap Lord broke down in tears.
Really?
Yeah, because he's been going to the court.
Yeah.
And he was kind of reporting on it, and he got emotional from what he's seen and the things he was hearing. So it's some gruesome stuff going on in there, Vlad. So I don't even want to think about it, but yeah, I'm with you with that. Fuck David, he got coming. Well, they should pull out. Did they pull out all his music? They did it to fucking R. Kelly. They should pull down all his. He shouldn't have no music up anywhere.
He got dropped from the label. He was on a tour. He got dropped from the tour. No one wants anything to do with this guy. This guy's a monster. At the end of the day, I can't even imagine even doing this. And look, like, okay, you got into this inappropriate relationship. Let's just say she came forward. Okay, so you get charged for sleeping with a minor. Okay, you do a few years in prison. You get out, you try to rebuild, but this girl's still alive and you still have.
There it goes.
You're still a young person. You can rebuild. Yeah, people are going to call you a child molester or whatever, but whatever. You still have the rest of your life to live.
Yeah.
Leave the music alone. Or, some people might actually excuse it. Who the hell knows? People still like R. Kelly.
That's a fact.
Listen, go to a house party with some older people.
R. Kelly coming off. That's a fact.
Right? The alternative was way better than killing her, right? Was way better. Even if she exposed you, it was way better. And she'd still be alive.
My life is in a constant state of being on the go, never stopping. Being adaptable is the golden rule to always moving forward. Hey, Meta, text John. Where'd you put the floaties? Texting John, that was it. Love this. Message from John. The floaties are inside my suitcase. Okay, I found them. Hey, Meta, take a photo and send it to John. Which one? Sending John photo. As a DJ and an emo, it can get a little hectic at times. Okay, most times. But I love it. It keeps me moving. Okay, so cute. Hey, Meta, take a photo.
Make this the summer to drive the truck that does it all and with Pizza of Anaheim. The new 2026 Ram 1500 Limited Crew Cab delivers premium craftsmanship, advanced technology, and the capability to tackle workdays and weekend adventures alike. Plus, every Ram is backed by America's best full-size truck powertrain limited warranty. Visit McPeak of Anaheim today and make this the summer to drive Ram.
Secret to whole mouth protection? Crest kills 99% of bacteria.
I'm afraid our time isn't up yet.
Go! My taste buds.
He's serving a race with heavy ballistic armor and airbag. Something goes wrong. You always blame me. What's this associate? Pooh Shiesty dropped what I think is the #1 album in the country right now.
Of course.
All eyes on Shiesty.
All eyes on Shiesty. It's like Tupac being alive.
Right.
I gotta make sure I go get that.
You heard it yet?
No, I didn't even listen to it yet.
No, I mean he's spitting. Yeah, he's spitting. I mean, but some of the songs seem to reference the Gucci Mane robbery.
Now let me ask you a question. This is the tricky part about that. You think we all know Gucci Mane is an evil genius for even putting it out, right? Because he put it out, right? Wasn't it on his page? Gucci put the album out.
Oh, I think so, yeah. He still signed to Gucci.
He still signed to Gucci, but did Gucci post it on his page, the album? That's the question.
Let's take a look. No. Nope. The last music he posted was Crash Dummy, which is the song.
Dissing him.
Yeah. No, he didn't post.
Do you feel like it was a smart business move? I feel like it kind of is, no?
Well, I mean, who cares?
No, I'm just saying.
Since he wants to put it out, he'll make money off of it. Fuck it.
Look at
put it out.
People looked at it like this. These guys, you got a OG legend, and you got the young boy, new legend coming, right? Everybody know the music that's pumping out where they from is coming out crazy, right? Everybody know, these are the guys that's hot down there, right?
Right.
The whole thing is a misunderstanding that we both wish, everybody wish, I think the fans wish it didn't happen. Because there's a lot of Pooh Shiesty fans that want that hard shit, that hard content, and you know it's real. You know what I'm saying? As well as it kind of damaged Gucci celebrity because, in the business we in, telling is not good business, supposedly, right? So it's fucked up in both ways. You know what I'm saying? But when you sit back and you listen to it, yeah, I know Pooh Shiesty is going to be #1 because controversy sells. So you got, a so-called artist supposedly robbing his so-called CEO. It looks super gangster. We know that. Like, just read between the lines.
Did you see the video?
I didn't watch the video. I got to check it out.
Video where they're holding the camera up. You see a dude with a gun, and Gucci's like, "Yeah, I'm letting Pooh Shiesty out of my."
Oh yeah, I see that video.
See, Shiesty dropping 10 something. Shout out. Tell them what's going on. You try. You said you want to get job, you try. Who would record that?
Yeah, that was hot.
Who would record that? Was the dude with the gun visible in the video?
And then you got to, and this is why the feds and the police subpoena your phone when you do some dumb shit. So even if you erase it, it's there.
It's in the iCloud.
People be like, "Yo, we talking on FaceTime." Nah, even if you're on FaceTime, I don't trust it. FaceTime audio, I don't trust it. You running around. If you go somewhere, you commit a crime, and you say, "I'm gonna turn my phone off." They got the towers to know when you turned your phone off. And all that. This ain't.
You got hemmed up like that. Because the murderer in this case, he turned the phone off, but there's other triangulation that basically puts him in the vicinity.
So if you in a car and you turn your phone off, about to do something from here to there, I believe the feds have damn near alien technology we don't know about, bro. I'm just keeping it real, bro. Because think about the future we in. Like back in the days, yeah, there was no cameras. There wasn't too much technology. But you fast forward to now, the technology is like facial recognition. I went in one of these buildings, I think it was the NBC building, and they knew who I was, just facial recognition. I had to find like my ID and shit, and they knew who I was. As soon as I come in the building, they'll know. We in New York City. You know they got that shit here. You in Times Square, facial recognition. They don't give a fuck who you are. They're going to find who you are.
Why would you record it, though? Like, I'm just trying to think the rationale. You're making him sign with a pistol around, right? So
That was
you're making him sign under duress, and then you record it, and you print out the contract in the Kinko's FedEx office right down the street, and that's the thing, when you print it out through FedEx, they have it in their files still, so they know exactly what you printed out. You got to email it to them, and it goes through their system.
Right, what you're dealing with is young niggas with money. Supposedly,
his dad was involved in this.
Listen,
Shiesty's dad was part of the kidnapping.
That's a terrible thing because we got one of the best artists in the world that we wish was out. Dirk, one of the best artists in the world we wish was out. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys are making millions of dollars. People would love to be in your shoes. You're feeding your families. You're feeding other people's families. You're the bag. That's supposed to be protected at any cost. Yo, if you're thinking about some trouble, supposedly, because I hope they both beef their cases, you know what I mean? If you're even thinking about some trouble, right? Somebody's supposed to talk you out of it. You know what I'm saying? With the internet, there's a lot of pressure with these artists now and stuff like that. Let's just keep it real because everybody's watching and everybody got a fucking opinion. But at the end of the day, these guys are making millions and millions of dollars. Dirk's not supposed to be in jail. Gucci, that wasn't supposed to happen with Gucci and Pooh Shiesty. In business world, they could have hopefully worked that out. And now the album's out and it's number one. Shout all eyes on Shiesty, right? On Pooh, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go check that out just because, you know what I'm saying? It's controversy. People love that shit. And he gonna make money while he in jail, and Gucci gonna make money while he in jail. So we could say what we want to say about both parties. At the end of the day, they making money. But they will make more money, I guess, if they worked it out.
Current owners of the season and about to get vehicle get this exceptional lease offerings 2027 Cadillac Optic luxury vehicle shown.
I got it. Hold my Icos. Wanna play?
What's interesting about this case, as more information comes out, is that through the recovered text messages, Pooh Shiesty paid the guys $5,000 apiece to do the robbery.
And this is all in the paperwork?
This is in the paperwork.
Dang.
One of the dudes in the text message said $5K apiece for a $15 million hit. He was paying these dudes $5,000. It's on text. I just don't get it, man. Here's the thing, right? Pooh Shiesty, if you're listening to this, listen very carefully right now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you're the first artist to be in a bad music contract? Are you the first person this ever happened to?
I could agree with you.
Seriously, this has been happening for over 100 years. And you know what most people do? They get through that contract. They go on and have a great career. However many more albums, look at Drake. He owed 3 more albums. He dropped them all on the same day. Here you go. We're done. Let me go sign a $1 billion deal with someone else. Seriously.
No, I mean,
he could have just dropped whatever albums he owned.
When you saying that's in the paperwork, I mean, you know, when you take chances on like robbing a bank or robbing somebody, or you might, you know what I'm saying? That's grand larceny. That's Fed time, right? So you might get an $80,000 lick, right?
But what the hell is that? You gonna need lawyer fees. Your family gonna need you to eat. That money ain't nothing. So 5,000, if that's true, then that's fucked up. I would never take a chance like that
for 5,000.
But what I'm saying is, that's why in a lot of young crews, when these young niggas are making money, and hopefully, Pooh Shiesty get freed or whatever it is, or him and Gucci work it out or whatever it may be, just being real. And supposedly, if he do that time, like you said, it's fucked up.
That's a lot of time, man. Kidnapping?
Yeah.
All the priors, all the felonies. He just got out.
And then you got security talking. You got the footage of homie with the chop.
Yeah, it's over.
It's not looking good.
See, if I was Pooh Shiesty, this is how I would have handled it. Would have gone down to Mexico, found some cartel connections, paid them dues. Then one day, like, Gucci Man's car would just blow up while it's in the parking lot.
That's a good idea.
You know what I'm saying? The Rolls Royce would just blow up in flames.
Yeah.
Then afterwards, I'd be like, hey, man, what's up with that contract? Oh, what happened? Oh, man, that's too bad. Okay, you want to talk about it? No? Okay.
And then when somebody pull a chop out on you and you ain't even thinking, you thinking it's your man, it's kind of fucked up. Because it's like you pulling the chop and I just came here to talk business. You know what I'm saying? But, you could tell, when he shouted out Yo Gotti on the first record, it was kind of like, you kind of knew, like, Yo Gotti's this guy's enemy.
Yeah.
So when he shouted Yo Gotti out on the record and he did shit with Glorilla, which that Glorilla record disappeared, because Gucci sent that cease and desist. Look it up. No, we can't see that record. That record disappeared, bro. I believe that record disappeared. I could be wrong or right. But you didn't see it up or hear it come out again, the Glorilla and Pooh Shiesty record. Like, come on, Vlad. This ain't back in the days when motherfuckers read SoundScan, just new SoundScan. Everybody in the world is very intelligent and can read between the lines of what's going on and who got beef and who's on this side and who's on that side.
I think you might be right. I can't find the song.
There you go. Because Gucci Mane sent that cease and desist because he all about the business.
Wait. No. It's still up.
Oh.
It's the song Maine. Yeah, it's still up.
Oh,
yeah.
I think that was the
exactly. I like the song.
So the video was there?
Video's up to
all right.
10 million views. Okay.
Oh, shit. Well, maybe they started promoted it. 10 million views is, a lot.
Just saying.
Maybe I was wrong. I was wrong.
You're wrong about that one. And actually, the song... A second.
I'm not wrong about him shouting out Yo Gotti on the first record, though.
No, I know about it. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, that song...
FTO.
A second. That song on... Yeah, it's like 5 million views on Spotify. So yeah, it's getting a lot of views. It's a great song too, by the way.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, listen. At the end of the day, that's how it is. He just terrorized Gucci, and he wouldn't know where it's coming from.
Well, look,
and every so often, you get a phone call about renegotiating.
I'm saying
tied to me though. That's how I would do.
Listen, at the end of the day, hopefully they can work it out because the music's still getting put out, and that's from Gucci Mane label. So they both making money still together. So hopefully they can work it out.
In jail and can't really appreciate it.
Maybe charges can be dropped. Maybe Gucci.
That's not gonna happen. He could plead out to something, but there's no way he's walking away from that. There is no way.
I mean,
there's no way he's walking away from that charge.
I mean, just looking at the facts, the evidence, it's looking.
His whole crew was posting up pictures of the fucking Rolexes and watches.
It's looking bad. Yes.
No, it's horrible. Yeah. It's horrible.
You can just pray for a brother like that because you just want to see him out. You got family. Like when Pooh Shiesty came home, and you can tell he got real family down there. Like his grandmoms, moms. You know what I mean? You seeing success straight out of jail. Just like when NBA Youngboy got out of jail. Same thing. You seeing them, they got family, they got kids, they got friends, they got people that depend on them. So it's just fucked up when you see young artists like getting in jams and fucking up. Cause it's like, people wish they made the money they made. I wish I made the money that some of these guys made in their career, bro. And I made some good money.
Yeah.
I'm saying
level now.
Yeah, but now with the levels, these deals these guys are getting, come on, bro. They're making millions of dollars. So sometimes you just got to be humble and, try not to crash out. But what you saying is 5,000. That should sound crazy.
For over 40 years, learners have depended on 5-Star. Only school supplies backed with a guarantee to last all year. You make it trustworthy. You make it noteworthy. 5-Star. Built strong to last long. Lasts all year. Guaranteed.
It's a 96-hour power sale in Glendale Chevrolet, LA's fastest growing Chevrolet dealer. This Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Get a new Chevy Trax for only $19,995 plus 0% APR for 36 months. Lease a new Chevy Trax for only $129 per month for 24 months and $39.95 down. Or get 0% APR for 5 years on Silverado. The 96-hour power sale at Glendale Chevrolet, 1400 South Grand Boulevard, or at ChevroletofGlendale.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
All right, here we go. Charleston White, welcome back to Vlad TV.
We got some shit to talk about. Let's
We
get
got some things to talk about. Second time.
Yeah.
You know, my repeat guest is back.
Yes, sir.
Well, there's a lot to talk about, but we have to talk about the video that just dropped today. The Pooh Shiesty, Gucci Mane situation with a guy with a gun where they're basically forcing him to say that he's no longer signed in 1017.
See, should you drop into something? So, but tell her what's going on. Drop. He says you want to get drunk, you drunk.
I can't believe someone actually pulled out a camera and filmed that.
He was instructed by the boss to do it. He said, they say he wanted that recorded.
Right.
Yes. So I remember it's probably been about 10 years ago. I remember law enforcement coming before the world and said that social media have become the #1 tool for law enforcement for making arrests and solving crimes. He goes down in history as the biggest crash out ever.
Pooh Shiesty.
Yeah. Goes down in history. He had the world at his fingertips. Knowledge and information. I don't know what. Well, let me stop saying that. Because you and I are law-abiding citizens. So we don't look at crime and say that's logical. So I don't know what he could have been thinking about in prison. I don't know who he could have been talking to as big homies, as aunts. And I don't know what his dad was thinking to think that you can record this and it's gonna be legally binding.
Yeah, the fact that there is someone in the shop brandishing a weapon, at least have that guy out the video. At least don't have that guy on video. Have him sit to the side somewhere. So at least you can say, what gun? I don't know. But the fact that the guy with the gun is actually on video and you're hearing Gucci, by the door. And Gucci's like, I already said it. Yeah, you out of the contract.
And then one guy saying, you're not going nowhere.
Right.
Imprisonment, kidnapping.
That's kidnapping.
Yeah.
That's another charge.
Only for you to continue to say, it's like even in that video, he's still looking for validation and affirmation from somebody. Ain't got no fuck shit on his name, ain't never done no police shit, which you're recording of crime.
Your own crime.
I've done that once before, Vlad.
Really?
Yeah.
I have not.
You know what? I was sitting in my house one day, arguing with a guy online. The guy said that he was coming down to the classy lady to come see me.
Okay.
I'm just playing though. But online, I go live and say, yeah, nigga, I'll meet you down there. I'm on my way. And I get my guns. I'm recording myself live the whole way. Say, yeah, nigga, I'm taking all the excuses away from the jewelry. Nigga, yeah, we finna die today. But I'm just trolling online. When I get there, the guy shows up.
Oh, okay.
I'm still alive. I duck down behind the fence. I look at the camera with the gun pointing out like that. And 2 days later, I was in jail for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Oh,
from the video I uploaded on Facebook. I ended up beating the charges.
Did he press charges?
He didn't have to. I recorded myself. He didn't have to press charges. I recorded myself.
Right.
Pointing the gun. I'm aiming the gun. They can't see what I'm aiming at, but I done gave the whole detailed description.
Right.
And he came back online and me and him argued for 2 more days until I went to jail. Ended up beating it. But I say that to say this. You get caught in the matrix when you live in the matrix. I recorded myself pretending to mace a cat. Shot water on the cat. I recorded myself doing that.
Yeah, you got arrested for that.
Guess what my lawyer told me? Charleston. Gave him the evidence. Man, I ain't maced a cat, but you said you did. Man, I'm just bullshitting. But you said it. It's a self-confession. We had to fight to meet that shit. You mean it?
How much it cost you?
That and the 2 aggravated assaults are well over $100,000.
There you go.
Well over
There you
$100,000.
go. And you know what would happen if you had a public defender? You'd be in jail right now.
Yeah.
This would be over a jail phone.
My confession. I did it. Anything you say can and will be used against you, but to record this, homie, they not doing this to go to court and say, hey, they doing this to show other people we did this to him. All this was recorded to show other people, look how we got this bitch ass nigga. Because that's why that's why he's kind of chastening him. All I can say is, this is the street nigga I've been looking for. Pooh Shiesty is the street nigga I've been looking for. Crash out. You can't make sense of being in the streets. Why? Because street guys live by morals and principles that sometimes they have to crash out based on morals and principles. We want Gucci to crash out for the ones that, but not as logical people. The ones that once was in the streets and now thinking logic, your pass. Man, well, he's a CEO now. That's a 13-year-old kid. What's the difference? That's a 13-year-old kid that think they know the streets, but don't know the street. Give him a pass. Let him tell too.
Yeah, I don't think that Pooh Shiesty's getting out of this one.
I don't think Dad's him getting out of this, because you see Dad in the shadow in the back in half of the video.
Right.
It's conspiracy. If anything, it's a conspiracy to commit.
Right. And I guess they found the actual contract, and the contract basically says that I give Pooh Shiesty everything and I get nothing, ever. It's like one of these very clearly not a good contract for someone to sign.
Now Gucci probably own everything.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah, I think Glorilla got a new song with Pooh Shiesty out. That's going to Gucci's pockets right now.
Yeah.
She probably said, look, he probably not getting out. Let's just drop it.
He gonna be a real nigga with life sentence. That's all we want, is to be a real nigga. And I think the fans is gonna be satisfied.
Do you think he'll get life for something like this? I don't think so.
I think his arrogance, I think his bravadousness, I think so. I think the amount of time he get might as well be life. But a gun in the picture, it's the feds, kidnapping, relevant conduct. You got violence before this. Yeah. Yeah.
And you're with the ankle monitor the whole time.
And we got you cheating the system. Fucking the lady.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think he admitted to being high.
No, felon. You got your failed drug test.
Yeah.
And you extended, you cheated our system, which caused us to have to terminate one of our workers so you can go commit a violent crime. I say they set an example out of him like they did Larry Hoover and Jeff Fort.
Wow. Okay.
Because why? Now they're saying this guy have 100 soldiers, disposable soldiers. We showing you the text message where he can send a call out. I say he go to ADX after this, breaking him. He's too cocky. He's too arrogant. When you listen to the FBO song, he made getting out of there. When you listen to the mother on the intro, when you look at the father involved in the crime. That's what they do to this family.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is what it is at this point.
With an off-duty police officer outside the door.
Right.
The bravadousness and the craziness of this is what's going to make them go up there rather than down here with sentencing.
Right. So I guess the off-duty officer that was with Gucci wrote a letter to the court saying that he feels his life is in danger if Pooh Shiesty is released. Some of the evidence they've also said, to the court was that he is a gang leader with over 100 members. I guess
he's two known shooters.
I guess he's like texting saying, I need some certified, guys down here.
And they for sure, just like that.
They answer the call. There's just a lot of really bad stuff in terms of him getting out.
So let me take you back to a letter he wrote home 2 years ago. He identified and said he the new Larry Hoover. In the letter he wrote home, he said, I'm like Larry Hoover down here. He keep bragging about his influence. Scoop. Yeah, he going to ADX.
Yeah. Well, who do you think is a bigger crash out? Pooh Shiesty or Mystical?
Mystical.
Yeah.
No, Pooh Shiesty the bigger crash out. Mystical got a sickness.
Drug problem.
Sexual deviancy problem.
Right.
Just the surface of details that was said in the court transcripts and the police reports. Man, yeah, he was praying, making receipt. Yeah, he was going religious. He was doing some, it was pretty sick. Praying with him, making him pray, confess, and before he raped him. So, yeah.
Right. Well, he was high off of God knows what.
It's still a sexual deviancy somewhere.
I'm not saying that's an excuse.
He was high. Yeah, he high off everything too.
High off everything.
Yeah, now Mystical on some more shit. I think he need to be studied.
Well, here's the thing. I interviewed Mystical, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago or so.
The second time.
Right. So he went in the first time. And I guess the story with this, very similar to what we kind of see with Pooh Shiesty. I guess some woman that worked for him, like a housekeeper or something, stole some money out of his safe. So I guess he, held her hostage. I guess like made her give oral sex to, him and whoever else, and he filmed it. And they found the video. So he had to plead out before that video was played to the jury.
Yeah.
Right. So he was in jail, I think, for like 6 years. Got out, had another rape charge that he beat.
Yeah.
And then this happens.
Yeah. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Right. And the plea deal that he took, I looked into this, is 20 years with no possibility of early release.
He shouldn't be released. 3 back-to-back sexual assaults.
Right. He's 55. That means he'll get out at 75 if he lives that long.
He'll do it again.
At 75?
He'll do it again.
Possibly.
Yeah. There's probably more victims in along the path.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't get that. Back to back.
Yeah, man, listen, I love his music. He was a cool dude when I interviewed him. I have no problems with Mystical.
If you listen to them lyrics, he giving you some hints in them goddamn lyrics. He giving you some hints in them songs and them ad-libs. Yeah.
Check your ass. Very aggressive.
Hey, man.
Show me what you're working with.
When he say what do you do? Yeah. He's very creative in painting sexual lyrics. Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, well, I hope he doesn't get a cellmate that wants him to do the song. Show me what you're working with, Mystical.
If you're in prison for that, somebody's coming for you for that. Because that's the stigma that comes with being a rapist or a pedophile.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, because I had Elisa Decon here the other day. And he said that it's not really going to matter who Mystical is, celebrity-wise or whatever, with a charge like that. Because one day there's going to be someone who just hates rapists. Or someone is going to wake up and get a phone call because their sister or mom got raped. They want to take it out on somebody.
Child molester, rapist, prison, that's another sentence.
It's Mystical. The only thing
they don't give a fuck.
He's not going to get a pass.
But
he's already done a rape sentence. This is like his third rape. The second one they dropped. The first one
depends on where you at. And not even just where you at. It depends on how that day going for somebody.
You know why most guys in prisons have a strong disdain for rapists? What? Most of them have been raped. Or molested at some point in their life.
I did not think of this.
When you look at guys that have a lot of violence in their background, those are guys who come from sexual molestation background. When you study this and you look at this, most guys in prison at some point have masked most of their life pain and trauma with violence and aggressions and anger, where that was tackling hard on a football field, because this is what's been a trauma to them. It wasn't until I started working doing criminal defense mitigation specialist and getting the CPS files and the cases to try to help save a guy who done committed 4 murders, and now he's facing the death penalty. and now he want to spare his life, and now he'll admit to being molested. So there's a lot of cases like that. So that's why, because so it don't matter who you are now. Child molestation, rape, or any crime that's perceived in the eyes of the wolves to be preying on the weak, when most of them are in prison for preying on the weak.
Right. Well, I don't know if you've been following this, but the KPD case is moving along. And what happened was he tried to get the book that he wrote taken out of evidence.
In interviews, I saw the interviews too.
Right. But what happened was the judge just ruled on this, and she actually name dropped Vlad TV. Right, and the art of dialogue. But in this particular case, Vlad TV got mentioned because I did his first real interview. At the end of the interview, he, put the book up. So, this is my book. This is all me. And then if you want the real deal, from someone who's really there, go ahead and buy it and so forth. They literally quoted this.
Clear that Mr. Davis adopted the statements there. And this is all through publication, motion, and subsequent publication. And you'll see here with Vlad TV, once this book is his book, he encourages people to buy it, it's not true, and not from the law enforcement or industry people. He also repeatedly says something like the whole truth of the situation. I really find there's no legal argument to exclude the book.
Spice, fast track to 24/7 freshness.
You are the worst butter churner.
Nobody churns butter better than me. What a pleasure to be a part of such a historic occasion.
You need parts? We got parts. Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart.
Right now, get one free set of BrakeBest brake pads when you purchase 2 BrakeBest Select rotors. You can upgrade to BrakeBest Select brake pads for $10 more, or upgrade to BrakeBest Select Pro or import your brake pads for just $20 more. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Parts.
And I think at the end he said, "Come on, Puffy," like he was still looking to get paid for. Just ask questions. He told a story.
Look, people like to say that my interviews, put black men in jail. This is the only case that I know of where something from my interview is part of the trial. Everything else is just people making up shit. But this right here is legitimately going to be used in this case.
Right? Federal immunity. Yes, state immunity.
Listen, I don't know. He approached me, right? We talked, me, him, and his co-writer, and I said, "Are you willing to talk about what's in the book?" He said yes. I said, "Okay."
He smiled and openly talked about it.
The book was already on Amazon at the time that we did the interview.
He gave great details. He really, man, shit, he gave the whole account. Every detail, to the look on their face, to how the body movement. He gave great details. I watched it. I watched every interview because I'm a Tupac fan.
Right.
I couldn't believe nobody didn't like Tupac for them to do that. But to hear him and see him, he almost thumbed his nose up at them. And then at times he even shot at Puffy. "Hey, and then I ain't get the rest of my money." Yeah, so yeah.
Look, when people ask me why he did the interview, what I tell them is that before the interview, Greg Kading had leaked some of the, audio of him confessing to the whole situation. And I guess everyone back home was calling him a snitch and talking shit about him and so forth. And I feel like he wanted to clear his name.
Make some money.
And make some money.
Get the limelight. Man, I watch these guys. They relive the moments. It's just like a victim of a crime. When you take them back to that moment, that time, that space, and that place, they relive it. Their voice gets so. I watch these guys' eyes light up and tell these stories, reliving it. No ounce of remorse. And there's a cockiness, as if you've gotten away. Yeah.
What do you think will happen with KPD?
Man, no matter what they give him, he die in prison.
Yeah.
He's already old.
He's in his 60s.
Oh, he Paul can't get to the grandkids. He's grayer than we've ever seen him before. He's becoming feeble, and he still got to fight. At his age and his health condition, he's still in there got to fight. Why? He ain't walked away from the image. Huh. He still was projecting the image here as if he can still do the damage that he did to Tupac today.
Well, he got into a fight with someone in the jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he got sent to, I think, the state prison for that particular situation.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a lot of, because there's a state case, there's going to be a lot of Tupac fans in the state.
Yeah. I done bumped into a few King Von fans in the county jail, just in the holdover.
Yeah.
But now, from observing people who've taken lives, from studying and talking to older guys who went to war, people who've taken lives don't like to talk about it. For one, they don't want to dig up them old ghosts. It's a family member, it's something, it's a ghost out there, man. It's affected by what you done. So most people want to leave it where it be and go on, except the ones that want the light. I came and got the light, acting like I was a street nigga, killer, this, that, and I ain't never done none of it. I just wanted the light. Why? I know there's nothing in the past, I know there's nothing in my closet that'll hurt me in this life. If you got skeletons and ghosts of the past, stay out the light talking. If you ain't preaching, but you can't come relive it with a smile on your face and reap a reward for it from telling it and think you get to walk away with no consequences for the hurt and harm you've caused.
Well, I think since our last interview, that's when the BTB Savage happened. Not in between this interview, but the years that passed between our two interviews. Were you familiar with that whole situation?
Not really.
Yeah, this was a tough one. So I interviewed this guy, BTB Savage, young dude, early 20s. And he talked about a situation where he met up with a guy at a spot, and the guy tried to rob him. A fight happened over the gun, and him and his girlfriend managed to get the gun and kill the guy. I had a home invasion situation where I thought I'd kill the guy, and I managed to get away, and he ended up surviving. So I'm very empathetic to situations like this, right? I believe that you should be able to protect your home, and if someone tries to go into your home and harm you, you have the right to kill that person, right? So we did the interview, and he was somewhat braggadocious in the interview, right? He was kind of flossing and talking about it and so forth. But I felt this was his story. I'm not going to get in the way of his story, so we put it out. Story, the video came out, it started getting numbers and so forth. And then, we're going to blur it out, of course, but he then posted this picture on Twitter.
I saw that.
And later that day,
I saw that.
He was shot and killed.
I saw that.
Later that day. Did the interview contribute to whoever did it? And apparently a 40-year-old man has been charged with the murder.
One of them uncles. One of them family members. That's my yeah. It's some family members out there that's like this. And they're not young, they old. Pain and their rationale can justify this. And they rationale, they can justify this.
Yeah.
Very sad. I seen it.
It really made sense, man. Because I felt that I had some level of contribution to this, but who would have known? Who would have known that this was going to be the result?
You don't know what's in a man's heart when you ask the question.
Yeah.
For the most part, the average man got remorse. If for nothing else, man, your family. Man, for nothing else, man, I pray for his family.
Yeah.
Why? They ain't got nothing to do with none of this. So in all man, it's some good even in bad. You can't be all the way bad. You can't expect anything out of life good. So even same with the same guy that the nigga that the All-Star kid. It's the bragging that gets you.
I'll start JR.
So, homie, it's the
He was on the way to do a Vlad TV interview.
it's the bragging.
People thought that he was flying in, and I had the feds arrest him at the airport. It was actually in Detroit. It was a remote interview. We were waiting. We had booked the studio. He was on his way to the studio. We had no idea what was happening. He didn't show up, and then finally, we found out later that day he got picked up by the feds. But I spoke to him earlier that day. He felt like it was a self-defense situation. But when you see some of the details, things are very gray area.
Whenever you're a criminal or you've been submerged in the criminal elements of society, even when you try to do right, you're gonna do something criminal because you have a criminal mind. So in the process of him self-defending himself, what did he do? He wiped the gun down. Then he stood over him.
And he went back and stood over him.
Also, our criminal mind. So
Right.
It makes sense out of your impulse.
Yeah.
Because this is not logic thinking. This is not rational thinking. This is impulsive behavior that you're accustomed to acting out of.
Yeah, almost like the Suge Knight situation. If Suge Knight was a little old white lady who just got beat up in her car and killed someone trying to escape, I don't think any jury in the world would have convicted her. But it's Suge Knight. He backed up, ran over him again, and ended up killing his friend.
And showed up to confront.
On some bullshit.
So you showed up knowing
Right.
that there's a possibility. So it's hard for the irrational, impulsive, emotionally responsive black man to win anywhere in society. He got to be able to think on his feet.
Well, but it's not just about black men, because look at the Chud the Builder situation.
He's dealing with black people. So Chud got to be black dealing with us. Why? He been dealing with black people.
Chud got to be black.
Black dealing with us. Chud got to be black. Chud, why? What you hear? He been hanging with black people before now.
And Chud gets an N-word pass, because he's gone through what black people have gone through.
No real white man that's not involved with the niggas would do what Chud did. They don't bother us. Chud, he understands us, he knows us, he relates to us. That's how he can trigger us. A Karen and a Tom can't trigger a nigga. We blew him off. But Chud's been with us. If you were to turn into Chud, you could trigger us. Why? You just like the niggas.
Okay.
You just like, so you're part of the culture. Chud was a part of the culture before. He just didn't win AWOL. But listen, he went AWOL for what? For a fan base and a demographics and an audience that he can monetize off of.
True.
It's risky, yeah. It was risky for me. I just was willing to find other ways. I was before Chud. I've been doing what Chud did.
You're the black Chud.
I'm the black Chud.
You're the black Chud.
Sit around and look for everything black people go for, and I go against.
The black Chud.
Once a year. But this is what I did. Because I don't want to hurt nobody, let alone my people. I put the revolutionary guns up and start finding other non-lethal ways to deal with my behavior that I'm invoking among other people. This is my behavior that I decided to create that I'm going to invoke amongst other people. So their response can't be, I kill them, and I'm creating the behavior. I just want to get home. So I'm going to defend myself. Why? I got a right to free speech. It's risky. There's going to be people that's going to respond, but I ain't pulling out a gun for what I've said. So I quit toting guns and started carrying mace. Carrying mace. Anything that'll kill somebody. And become good talking points. And it teaches me critical thinking. Why? Man, I don't want death on my brain. I don't want it on my heart, let alone my conscience. But there's self-defense. Why? Even in self-defense, you still have to do that and it don't go away.
Time to get some prep wisdom. Choices, choices, choices. And by midnight, they might all seem the same. But there are differences, just like injectable prep options. There's more to consider than the dosing schedules. Know what to ask your doctor. Get prep wise.
Hey, I said keep me frozen until the chicken salad sub is back.
It is back.
Is it still made fresh in store and loaded with slow roasted full white meat chicken?
Yeah, still the same.
I can't move my arms. How long was I in there? 16 years? About 11 minutes. The chicken salad sub is back for $8.95 for a limited time only at Jersey Mike's.
Well, the cool thing about the Chud the Builder situation is because he used to brag on Twitter that any black person that want to approach me, I'm going to use lethal force and I'll walk away, out that courtroom laughing. Something of that sort.
Well, he thought that before now.
Well, the judge actually read those tweets in court and said, bond denied.
Yeah.
You clearly had a mission to do this. You can't claim stand your ground, self-defense. You can't call someone offensive names and expect not to get punched and use lethal force in response to something that you created. I love it, man. I absolutely love it. I love that this is happening to Chud the Builder. In fact, I put this out there. If anybody butt fucks Chud the Builder in jail, I will do an interview with you. Not that I want you to butt fuck Chud the Builder, but if it just so happens to happen,
What are you doing to you, man?
if you find him attractive,
Man, just making content.
fuck Chud the Builder, man.
He's
Fuck
just making
that
content.
dude. No, man. No, man.
It's no different than what we see. It's no different.
What do you mean?
It's no different. It's no different than when a 19, 21, 22-year-old girl get on the screen and she say she don't want to fuck. She gets humiliated and publicly embarrassed and kicked out. It's no different.
I don't get it. I don't see the comparison.
Well, let me see. Now, Chud the Builder.
Right.
Said, hey, you're chipping out. Got some young, impressionable-minded young girl. Get on the stream with some of the biggest streamers in the world. And if they say they don't want to have sex, they get publicly humiliated. Get out of here. She ain't fucking, man. What they here for? That's coercion to rape.
Yeah, it's definitely not something you want to do.
So what I'm saying is no different. Chud was wrong for pulling the gun out.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of pulling the gun out, Chud ain't wrong. I've been doing exactly the same thing for the last 6 or 7 years.
Well, he wasn't just pulling the gun out. He would walk around with a gun visible and call black men the N-word with the hard R and everything else like that. With essentially brandishing a gun.
What are you looking for?
He was looking for it.
Had he not did
And he found it.
Had he not did that and never had to pull the gun, he was A-okay. Why? Black people never called the police on him.
True.
Now, one time did a black person call the police and say, hey, you feel intimidated, and they could have got him for aggravated assault, just brandishing the gun, saying racial slurs. They was engaging him. 90% of the videos I saw, Chud and the chimps was laughing, walking away, disputing back and forward. So it was mutual engagement. But Chud wasn't too bright. All he had was a gun. Because he really scared.
Yeah.
He really scared.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to do what I'm doing. So fear this. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. I've never shot a gun at a human, tried to kill him. Shot a gun at people, it was an hour.
But when was the last time you shot at somebody in the air?
When I went to jail, and the guy hit me in the barbershop. So I got in trouble with 2 aggravated assaults.
What happened with that exactly?
The guy, Kevin Spencer, is he's the leader of the Ford Trade Gangster Crips in Fort Worth, Texas. I met the undercover police officer who brought down the whole operation. So it was called the Fishbowl. And it was an undercover white officer, just one white officer. It was like a super cop named Tegan Broadwater. Tegan Broadwater infiltrated the Fishbowl and brought down 43 gang members over a matter of a few years, solved unsolved murders from the 90s. And this was one white dude went into a Crip neighborhood dressed in all red. I'm talking about the new Donnie Brasco. So when I started my youth work, I met one of the mothers who Officer Teagan had helped. So it was like almost 100 and something arrests. Out of those 100 and something arrests, 40 kids was without parents. So this white cop, Teagan Broadwater, went to the department and said, "Hey, we just got done all this work. Now how can we help the families, to help the kids? I just locked up all these dad." And so the department said, "Man, great work, man. Accolades." Because of what he did and what he saw from doing the undercover work and the relationships he built, quick. He wrote a book, and part of those book proceeds go back to the Home of Hope that's in the same neighborhood where he made all those arrests. So he gave his life back to so when I met him, man, he's like a hero to me. Because all the black kids, man, he's the same, the hope for him. So the same community he arrested in, he went back and built a youth center for those kids. It's very effective. So I actually brought 8 in there. So when I met Teagan, the black neighborhood already, feel some kind of way. The black police also feel some kind of way. So the main gangster, the main killer, turned FBI informant. That's who attacked me in the barbershop. So he was a guy, when I says, as long as you can fight and kill, all these niggas can snitch. That's why Woody can tell. If you got a reputation of fight and kill, you can snitch. And niggas still shake your hand. So when I saw that, that's what made me start attacking the streets. He was my target. So everybody in my city is afraid to call him a snitch. Why? Because when he came back to our city, he says, "Ain't nobody whoop me. Don't want nobody call him a snitch." So I'm the first person to publicly call Kevin Spencer a snitch.
Okay.
So the barber at the barbershop, they set me up with my brother to come up there they wanted me to bring some shirts. So I'm saying, "Man, nigga, I don't bring shirts to niggas up here." So when I went up there, I don't even get my hair cut at the barbershop. Said, "Me, don't take me up." And that's how they set it up. So I had fell asleep. He snuck in and he hit me while I was asleep. So I was dazed. But when I came to, I went to the car and got my gun. Yeah, next thing yes, in Texas, you can't chase after nobody.
Okay, so when you woke up after you got hit, he's still there.
Yeah, but I don't know who hit me. I'm dangerous. I don't know who the fuck hit me.
Run to your car, get your gun.
No, so when they leave out, I don't know what. I just know I went to the car, and when I got my gun, the camera got me running through the building. So I'm smart enough not to come like this. So I got the gun down like this here. Where that bitch ass nigga at? One of the guys who set it up said he was in the bathroom. So I run and go into the bathroom without the peripheral. I see a car bagging up. So as soon as I come out the door, I start squeezing the trigger. All the 911 call heard my wife in the background. I said, "No, Johnson, no."
Oh, your wife was with you?
No.
Oh.
She was upstairs at the beauty shop getting her hair done.
Oh, okay.
I just got attacked by Kevin Spencer, sleep in the barber chair, hit me upside the head with a gun. No bullshit. I'm on my way to the hospital now. So he cut my hair first. So the haircut probably took 20 minutes, right? So I'm dozing off in the haircut. So I'm in and out as he's putting it down. Before he gets down, I'm good, man. I'm good to sleep. He's good to sleep. I just feel a bump. So I wake up to a blow. So right here on the other side of the head. I seen him out in public once before. And even he threat, so I had a gun on him. And so he didn't do anything. There was another guy with short, little short, younger guy. Yeah, his age, or I don't know his Did he do anything? Nah, he talked. The short guy, I ran into the car to get my gun. This as they was leaving because I thought they were still in the building. So when I ran out and asked where they are, a guy said they was in the bathroom. He pointed the gun at me, so I ducked down inside the car. That's cute because I thought he was going to shoot. You got working out at any point? Oh yeah, at that point you did. Yeah. Yeah. So now, so I got charged with 2 aggravated assaults with a deadly weapon because there was 2 guys. Both the niggas had a gun. And it was just the police department, my local police department getting their lick back. But I beat all charges.
You beat all the charges?
I beat all charges, yeah. Yeah, I beat all charges.
Well, somebody who did not meet all the charges was Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah.
Now, you called me right after he got convicted. And you said you had been crying all night.
Been crying for 2 days about the baby.
Right.
Yeah.
And you tried to set up an interview with me and the family.
But you and the dad, yeah.
But the dad wanted money. I just didn't feel right paying someone for a situation like that. So I ultimately said, listen, if they want to come and talk, I'll give them a platform. I just don't feel right about paying. So they ultimately went somewhere else and so forth. But then you completely reversed your stance on this whole situation.
Yeah.
So what happened between
I'm processing
after?
I'm processing hurt feelings because I'm really emotionally affected by it. And I don't stay in my feelings as a man. If it hurt today, it won't hurt tomorrow. You think about it tomorrow. So I put up $75,000 for the appeal. Me and the dad cried for a day, man, working this shit out. They want to start another GoFundMe. I'm like, nah, nigga, we ain't doing that. The strongest man in the land is the man who wake up and ain't got to ask nobody.
Okay, hold on a second. So they started GoFundMe.
No, they did start GoFundMe.
They did not.
They did not.
Okay.
They made a suggestion, and I said no. Okay, GoFundMe, nigga.
So who paid for the lawyers for the initial case?
The first GoFundMe.
So that's what I'm saying. They had a GoFundMe initially.
Yeah.
And how much did that make?
$600,000.
$600,000.
Yep.
Okay. Did all that money go to
The
lawyers?
lawyers took it all.
Okay.
So that's $600,000 though. It's not about maybe 100, 200. Not no 600.
Could be. I mean, it depends on how big the legal team is and how much the lawyers actually charge.
Two motherfuckers in there. No, hell no.
Okay.
This was a scam job done on the family. New family, new to the area, don't know a single soul out in a suburban, rural, sundown town, Collin County. It's a sundown town.
No blacks.
This is no. Blacks. But blacks be inside. Sundown town is niggas don't let the sun catch your ass. That's the sundown town. Here, but don't let the sun.
So you have to stay inside.
There you go.
At nighttime.
Because you're up to no good. So everything black gets pulled over out here at nighttime. You know that. I didn't know coming through Dallas, Oklahoma, when you get through Collin County, you better hit the brakes. You might still get 10 euros for a quarter pound of weed out there. So remember, after that, homie, for 2 days, because during the jury voir for a year straight, homie, the dad kept telling me, and I think this lawyer could sell my son up to rebel. So I told him, man, get Mitch Nolte, Shannon Ross. Mitch and Shannon said it's not about, we're about the money later. But those other lawyers in the beginning who was brought to the family by a community leader. So the family had community leaders and civil rights, Black Lives Matters lawyers before they had criminal attorneys.
Okay, so was Crump part of this or no?
Crump's in the background now.
Okay.
So it was Dominique Alexander. Dominique Alexander is a well-known convicted child abuser. So he's discredited off the bat. Guy been convicted of abusing children. He always comes in and play the race card. So he's the local Al Sharpton in the city. He comes in by way of Ben Crump and all of them. He's like the foot ground soldier for Ben Crump now. Sean King and all of them. So he goes and make contact with the family. They show up with civil rights, talking race, not criminal. One thing I can say in the beginning, the Metcalf father came in peace. To pray together. I told the father that was one of the first mistakes y'all made, was not praying, not being willing to accept that father. And he was willing to.
The victim's father wanted to meet with the
angry at first.
Of Carmelo.
He wasn't angry at first.
Really?
He was saying, this is his kids.
Yeah.
This is what got me on their side. When I saw the Anthony family with Dominique and them playing the race card, I'm saying, why would they play the race card? Homie, Dominique, no. This is in Collin County. This is like trying to go to the Delta part of Mississippi talking hip-hop. So I'm saying, why would they be playing race? This man is saying forgiveness. Let's make it right. So the father showed up to the first initial press conference. The first initial press conference. You know what they did to that man? They spit in his face. and kicked him out and shamed him. Not the Anthony family, the civil rights leaders, the black community leaders spit in this man's face. So they created this disdain because he came for a hook. Man, let's work it out. So when I saw that, I said, man, why would they do that? This one, I didn't have all the facts. This is when I believe he took a knife to school because he was being bullied. When I found out it wasn't a knife, he wasn't bullied the day before.
It was a knife.
It wasn't a knife.
I saw it.
It wasn't a knife.
It's a knife.
It wasn't a knife. They hadn't showed the knife. They hadn't showed it.
Okay, I saw a picture of
That's not the real knife.
So the green.
That's not the real knife. You know why? Because if that was a real knife, let me tell you something. If that was a real knife in the state of Texas, he would have been charged for having a weapon on a school property.
This is it right here.
That's not the knife.
That's not the knife?
Nope.
Okay.
They haven't shown none factual evidence of that case yet.
Literally, if you do a Google, what you see is the same knife.
I'm telling you, that's not the knife.
So what is this?
So
this is Fox. I'm saying on NBC, so forth and so forth.
They haven't showed y'all the whole video, and they haven't showed y'all the knife. Nobody has seen the whole video. And why? Why you think he wasn't charged with a weapon?
Once again, and this even shows how long the knife is.
I swear to God, that's not the knife.
Okay. So what was it? What?
I'm telling you, in the state,
the victim died. So what did he establish?
They haven't showed you the knife. They haven't showed you the autopsy report, and they haven't showed you the video. It was a multi-factional tool that has the flathead screwdriver, the bottle, what else? Another little knife on it.
It's a Swiss Army knife?
The Boy Scout thing, and it was that big. So I'm telling you, the news media have deliberately not showed you the knife. They haven't showed you the whole video. They haven't showed you.
Okay, if you say so, you say so.
They haven't showed you the autopsy report. Why? That little bitty knife when it went through his heart. He stood, stand up. The boy sat down the whole time while he was being slammed. So if I brought a knife to school, and the knife was intentionally to scare or harm, why wouldn't I put it out initially at the beginning of the conflict? So hear me out. This kid this is why he wasn't charged with a weapon and got 20 more years. Because he would have got 20 more years for the weapon on school grounds. Because it's against the law to have a knife, a gun, or anything at school. So you got charged with a weapon. That's number one. You only got charged with the murder, not the weapon. Texas don't let crimes go. If you got a gun, you're going to be charged with the gun possession. He didn't have a knife. It was a tool that Boy Scouts used. Whatever term they used, it was Boy Scouts tool. And the media hasn't showed it. The media haven't showed the full video where he's approached by 4 big football players. And he never stands up. Throughout the whole video, this kid never stands up. You know why it reached his heart? At an angle. It's a little bitty piece. But if you look at the autopsy report, it's something in that kid's system that contribute to the injury.
Best believe right. You know, I gotta go for it. For no bull like Michael Jordan. I really am that hard. So get high. Really call it like I said. You gotta sit. All that energy I need. This is what we do.
So hear me out. So after the trial, I spent a year trying to get black people to look at this case. I've been saying, hey y'all, some black kid over here. Hey y'all, white kid died. Y'all don't care no about the white kid. But nobody paying attention. You know why? They was mad at me for saying, fuck Lil Ronnie and his baby. The rapper that got killed in the car with his baby. This happened the same week, around the same time. While I was saying fuck the baby, you know why I was saying fuck the baby? Because I was trying to get y'all to look over at this other thing. Y'all don't care about that baby. He didn't care about the baby. Why? Because they were committing robberies in the same car. So he didn't care about the baby. But since y'all curse so much, hey, y'all, a kid died at a track meet in Texas right up the road. He didn't hear me. Soon as the media made it about a black kid killed a white kid, and I'm saying, I've been telling y'all about this. But y'all was stuck on a rapper. Now, since y'all feel like it's race, black people played into the race. So what I did, I went on the screen with Aiden Ross and said, Aiden said, hey, you heard about the kid? Aiden donated, yeah, 10,000. What I said publicly reached the father. The father reached out to my booking agency, paid $3,000 to meet up with me. And I spent 3 hours looking at this man in his eyes, talking to him as a father. And he said, man, we watch you and we know this what you do and work with kids and work with you. So yeah, that family entrusted me. At the time, they had moved 3 times already because of death threats. So you got some racist white people that's really with this shit. Black people just be online talking. The family had to move at least 6 times. By the time I met them 3 times, the judge, the black judge, who Lord Carmelo Anthony Bond, she's still in hiding to this day. She's still in hiding to this day. Some of the most racist white faces and names came down to the courtroom and courthouse during that trial and vowed that if Carmelo Anthony was found not guilty, they would go shoot him in his head. Jim Lane, he's on $1 million bond for that right now. So I'm telling black people, say, they've been hunting this kid down for a year. Where was y'all at last year? I've been screaming this for a year. I've been posting about Carmelo Anthony before he was found guilty. Where was y'all at then? When the white people was pretending like they wanted to buy cars and was going up to the dad's job because he's a high-end luxury car salesman. And they couldn't pay rent no more. When Carmelo was, where were black people at then? I've been trying to get them some help. So nigga, I can't carry the whole load by myself. And I still got my family I got to take care of. So when he lost his job, I hired the father and created a position for him. I didn't need no road manager, but I created a road manager position for Mr. Carmelo Anthony's dad and paid him. When the hit got put out on Carmelo's graduation truck, when they found out he had a graduation truck because they thought they were spending the money for the GoFundMe, the people got almost a 900 credit score. These guys may got a 900 credit score with a top paying job. So they can afford to live like this. I took over the payments. Why? They couldn't hide the G. The people sitting outside and people finding out where they live at. On the road with me while his family at home, while white Klansmen and white folk. What was black people at these? So when I put up the 75,000, I waited 2 days. I waited 2 days. Because at that point, we got 24 more days before we fulfill. You got 30 days after your conviction. So when I put up and said, where y'all at? You say, son, why put that target on your back? You just got all these new fan deals, advertising, sponsorships. Why? And I'm really in my feelings. So nigga, I had to get out my feelings and pivot. Cause I was hurt. Nigga, me and Aiden going back. I'm on a plane going back and Aiden said, oh, but he's a murderer. He said, man, but it ain't really like that. Aiden said, man, I know you're friends with his dad. I'm saying, man, I can't carry his load. This is why I quit. Nigga, I got to take care of my family. Nigga, I've been attacking everything against everything that came up against his family. From Sarah Fields to the Metcalf to everybody. Why? Because his family didn't have nobody home. They done moved 7 times in 1 year. Nigga, some days I'm just sending money just to send it, homie. I'm buying Carmelo shoes. Nigga, I'm treating him, I'm paying for his boxing lessons for a whole year. I got Trent Rose going out there to train him in boxing. I'm so wild that I know he needs something engaged while he at home on home confinement. So I'm paying and I ain't coming online saying nothing. What was that at then? Nigga, that's when they needed him. All these lawyers that said they needed y'all last year, nigga. But what are you doing with all white lawyers? A nigga win in an all white court. You got to go get a Jew. It's the only way you can beat the white man with his law with a Jew lawyer.
Shout out to the Jews.
So I was taught. You get a Jew. I ain't got no felony conviction. I was taught that from them old niggas that was friends with Jerry the Jew. Starbucks, them kind of people, homie. Why? They gonna let them come buy one of them Cadillacs and put a high down payment with that interest rate, but they gonna let you drive off, nigga. And you build a relationship. Why? You gonna pay your interest rate. You and the Jew become friends over the years from doing business. It's always been like that. You catch him cheating, you tell, hey, I got you. You catch you cheating, y'all become friends from doing business. So I keep me a Jewish lawyer. Shout out to Andy Platt. Yeah, Miss Blanco. So
Shout out to Terry Ross.
So nigga, you can't go.
My Jewish lawyer.
Johnny Cooper was the only black lawyer ever been able to go in there and win the way he done win. That's why you ain't seen Ben up in there.
He has some Jewish lawyers with him.
See, that's how I'm gonna say.
Shapiro.
He was shouting by a whole bunch of them. So check the play, right? I'm saying, man, go fight fire with fire. It's Nolte. Look this lawyer's name up. He's top 10 for the murder death penalty lawyers in the country. And he's from Collin County. The school out there. No other players. Go get Shannon. Why? Because Shannon got me to come speak in them courts. The judge, man, I hit a bunch of kids out there, homie. I was a mitigation specialist. So had we brought the mitigation specialist in, you would have found out the reason why that kid never brandished a knife in the beginning. He wasn't getting bullied the day before. Something he didn't have on him. As a Boy Scout. So he never stood up. He took the boom, 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 boom. He couldn't took no more. It went at an angle. He didn't stand up like this. It went up.
Right, but didn't he say that?
That's a lie.
Put your hands on me and see what happens.
That's a lie.
That's a lie?
Because when you go back and look at the original police statements, none of them never said that. That was coerced during prep for the trial.
Okay.
Why? The same kid that said he said that, the same kid that lied and said he didn't know him. That was the only, just hear me out. That was that mixed mulatto kid. They were the only two black kids up under that tent. He knew the mulatto kid. That's why his lawyers showed pictures, phone calls, text messages, photos of these two kids buddy. The mother showed a picture of all those same kids up under the same tent a week before. You know why it wasn't no problem? The two bullies wasn't there. The Metcalf boys. So we keep saying he wasn't supposed to be under that tent. They all went to the same school. He was supposed to be under that tent. It was raining.
Right.
So what makes another kid have authority? It was bullying. That's why last week it wasn't no problems. Those two were suspended. You know why they were suspended? That text message where they say the coach gave him permission, that text message was them coming off suspension because they skipped last week's practice and went fishing. So they were suspended for a week. So they couldn't come to the field. So the week before that, everybody was there in Harmony. The coach texted them when they came back, I need you guys to step it up. Why? They're superstar athletes. Big, buff, white boys. He's frail and small. Frail and small. He never said if you put your hands on me, if you go look at the original statements. Everybody's original statements had changed by the time they got to trial.
Okay, so you ended up turning
So
on the family.
so church on the family,
Yeah.
they still need money, people. They still need money. Y'all wouldn't buy the free Carmelo shirts. Those are out there. So I saw the dad make an interview, and the dad came up with a clever statement in the process of his.
The victim's dad.
Yeah, the victim dad. Yeah, he came up and he said, yeah, you think this kid, because he know this is a good kid. And his exact words was, since y'all think this kid is such a good boy, and he really is, swear to God, no history of no trouble ever. These two boys, I'm not the victim shaming, blaming kind of guy. Got some shit over there. Why the dad was violent and abusive. Why they was violent and abusive. So when the dad said, he had every right to say this, he had every right to be mad at me, because I've been kicking their ass for a year so this family can get some peace. When I start seeing what really happened, what was in this kid's system when he died, there's some shit in this kid's system that contributed to the death, according to the autopsy report that they won't show. Died and stabbed on some shit in this system, like fentanyl Floyd. I'll be real. So there's a reason why this case was hush hush and shush shush for so long. So when I came up with this, thanks to Jeff Metcalf, that called this kid a watermelon felon, since y'all think he's such a good kid. So now I guess he's just a watermelon felon. And when I said that, it had a sting to it.
I just want to point out that when you first came in, you brought me those shirts. And I declined. I said, I'm good. I don't want the shirt.
He threw it at me. He said, I don't want the shirt. The money and the proceeds go to both parties.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah, but now,
I'm
I
good.
you wouldn't wear it.
Yeah.
You got a Michael Jordan tennis shoe.
I might not going to wear it, but I'm not going to take it.
No, I'm going to leave it outside the studio. I bet you they next door get it.
That's on them.
That's on them. So when I heard him say that, I called my lawyer and said, hey, I want to trademark watermelon felon. Because I know some white man is going to get this and run with it. That's a clever motherfucking name to call you new blacks.
How many shirts have you actually sold?
I've sold over 300 so far.
300 shirts. For how much per shirt?
Almost $40 per shirt. But most of the shirts are being sold in the Midwestern, up north, few down south. So, expect these things. This is what I know. It's a market for everything. And one of the reasons why I started wearing Michael Jordan tennis shoes because the LGBT community went to Nike and said, hey, we want Jordan to make LGBT items specifically. The rainbow. Jordan said, I'm not doing it. He wouldn't make it. So what I realized is from going to public school, going to community college, and then having a higher learning education, I learned what capitalism is, that America is no longer a racist society. It's a capitalist society. Capitalism not only supersedes racism and socialism, it also supersedes your rights as a citizen. That's why you are identified as a consumer. So rather than me getting in my feelings, sad and mad about the several relationships that I do business with because I'm emotionally attached and invested into a kid who have been found guilty of a crime. Now, here I am as a man that always promotes justice, due process. He's been found guilty by his peers. He's a convicted murderer now. Get out your feelings, nigga. You can't go broke for this family. What you can do, and done enough. Feed everybody. I got watermelon rat shirts with my face on it. You think white people don't want to buy these? If white people make them, y'all will cancel and shut them down in the name of racism. Yeah. So let me have an audience for why it's a demographics for it.
I would suggest all the white people out there not wear that shirt out.
I suggest you do it. Why? You support your rappers who talk about killing.
Okay.
So this is what I'm saying. Why not support this? The proceeds will go to him. While all of y'all saying what you won't do, while all of y'all are saying the kids still have pro bono lawyers. The NAACP weak ass showed up pro bono. Pro bono. This case gonna cost at least $150,000 minimally.
Yeah.
On top of that, the family didn't even have money to buy his kids seizure medicine when they shipped him off the day after trial. I'm on the phone with the daddy. They ain't got the money. Come on, no. No.
Secret gives 3 times more stress sweat protection. So even if your double stinks, you won't. Secret.
Cada chicken finger de Racing Case es original, rebozado a mano y cocinado a la perfección al momento que lo pides. Nunca usamos lámparas de calor, lo quiero bien hecho, es delicioso y abocado. Racing Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
AI readiness starts with data that's clean, centralized, and current. Fivetran centralizes your data. 750 plus connectors, open table formats, automated data movement, and ready for AI. Build a data foundation for AI agents at fivetran.com/DI.
So while y'all saying what you're saying, I'm sending money. Put your money where your mouth is. I know that hurt your feelings, but y'all ain't never helped nowhere. This hurt y'all feelings. But the father, the victim father, thought of his name. So I'm paying homage to the father. He can get his watermelon fell in there. And guess what? The family don't have a problem with it. Why? Don't y'all do things for money? Don't y'all tell your kid, I can't come to your show today. I got to go to work. I can't come to the game. I got to do this. Don't y'all tell y'all kid that? Imagine what his son calling and they ain't got the appeal money. They ain't got no commissary money, my nigga. They ain't got no money to drive from Dallas all the way down to Houston to go see him. So I'm gonna say, y'all can send the boy some money if you mad at me and don't want me to sell these shirts. Cause I got a bankroll for him. I wouldn't give a fuck if it's 15 years. All proceeds will go toward him, and I find a way to sneak some to Jeff Metcalf now. Nigga, I make enough money, but I really done this for y'all. To hurt y'all motherfucking feelings, because y'all don't care about this kid. I've been talking about him for a year. Now y'all mad. I've been talking about him for a year. I had his daddy riding with me, talking about it. Where y'all at? So when I called you, Vlad, I done put $75,000 up for the appeal. I'm saying I'm gonna try it. Daddy won't get the story out. Okay, man, Vlad, you won't give him nothing, we'll get the story out. It's already understood. That's exposed. I gotta say Cheese TV, he gonna take my team. So I'm putting instantly in their money back. So when I took my 75 back, I know between y'all and white people that hate Carmelo, go help these search sales. There are people that buying KKK hoods. There were people buying shirts that said, I can't breathe, making fun of the nigga said, come on now, it's a market for everything. So, nigga, I thought like the Jew. I've been around the Jews long enough to know you can capitalize off everything. Don't the Jew do it?
Jewish people don't do that.
You like shit, they got decentralized. Nigga, when you talk about Jewish do work. They play rap music and say kill, die, nigga, fuck your bitch, and promote it to our kids from the time they go to school to the time they go to bed. This is the Jews worse than this with the music. They won't know. They won't take no motherfucking Jewish kid and let him talk dick and pussy talk, but they'll let the black kid do it in the name of a song with all kind of McDonald's and Burger King sponsorship from the enterprises. So, nah, man, miss me. Who's hurt by this? Who did it hurt? Who did it hurt? If it hurts you so much, change something about yourself. If y'all care so much about this kid, look at some of your kids' friends. They got a watermelon felon in the group right now. Why? 1 in every 3 black males in America will go to prison or be on some form of community supervision in their lifetime. Nigga, y'all play rap music. Don't act like these shirts bother y'all. When the daddy just wish me a happy Father's Day. When the father, see that kind of relationship me and the daddy got. How about I got my phone flash so I can show you? Nigga, the daddy on Father's Day.
I just want to correct you real quick. The 1 in 3 black men going to prison in a lifetime was from the 1980s. In 2001, it's actually 1 in 5.
What's the difference?
I mean, it's still bad. It's still bad. It's still bad.
4 and 16.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm saying. I have been trolling y'all.
Okay, so I actually have the stats here. Black man 1 in 5, Latino man 1 in 6, white man 1 in 17. So you're right.
So I got too emotionally invested, man.
Yeah.
And I had to pivot. I never want to bring me to the internet. And they got brought me to the internet for 48 hours. I damn near cried to you. I damn near cried to Antoine Daniels. And I'm saying, nigga, I don't advocate for nothing and nobody. But this is a good kid.
I guess he's getting sexually harassed in prison now.
It's not true.
That's not true.
No, all these are false statements. I swear to God, man. All these are false statements.
Got it.
See, all these are false statements. Man, listen, the black brothers from all over. One thing about the streets, they try to protect the innocent. They try to protect the innocent. It's always a guy that got a moral standard and a moral compass to say, hey, nah, man, that's the kid we all protect. That's the kid you say, nah, homie, not this one. Man, when I sent Trent out there to teach him, man, it ain't in him, homie. No violence. No violence. Remember that kid ran, he was being chased, he ran to safety. The only mistake that kid made was being new in a white area and their family didn't know nobody and trusted a black community who was set on rage baiting rather than addressing the real issue, bullying and lack of brain development. It's what an intent to kill. Have we had the mitigation? Have we had the mitigating factors? We would have had the background on every kid under that 10. That's what's more important. Why nobody intervened? Why was it 4 against 1? And the biggest question that will be held in court going for the appeal is, was the jury tainted? Because